Welcome to Tabletop Baseball Plus. So today I'm going to be playing the 1989 World Series Game 1 between the Giants and the A's. As you can see, it's going to be Apba, but I am going to be using the Apba Palmerino boards as I destroy my setup. Because that is probably the way I'm going to be playing from now on, unless I'm in some kind of tournament or something, which I will be having another tournament, by the way. I'll be announcing that shortly for next year, 2019. So these are the actual lineups for Game 1 of the 89 World Series, in which the Oakland A's won it 5-zip. Scott Garrelts for the Giants and Dave Smoke Stewart for the A's. So I've got everything converted to master game symbols here as far as the batting goes. Back in, well, from the 1994 and backwards, before 1994, they just used one number instead of a left-right split. It was just one number. Butler is a 1. That's going to make Stewart a 16. All these numbers will be added to the pitcher. So 1 makes him a 16, makes him a 19, so forth. And so you can see not much change for the A's. We got a couple guys here. Parker's a 4, Lansford's 3, so Henderson's a 3. So instead of, like I said, instead of using a left-right split, it was just an overall rating. Scott Garrelts is a 16. His relief, or his fatigue factor is a Q3. If that means anything to you. And Smoke Stewart's a Q1. And I think that's all I need to cover. I did write down about the only two guys that are going to steal any bases are going to be Brett Butler for the Giants. He's a C stealer, 26. And then Ricky Henderson, of course, a B stealer and a 32. So let's get this thing going here. Butler versus Smoke Stewart. 55's an 8 on a 16. I'll kind of bring these boards in. 16 and an 8. There's going to be a fly to center. Fly ball to center. So one away. Brings up Robbie Thompson. 12, 25. 25 is a ground out to second. Unless he has an X. Which he doesn't. He has a Y. Will Clark, 64, 14. He will draw a base on balls. So 2 outs and Clark at first. Here's Kevin Mitchell. 41, 28. And this can be a ground out to like short. We need to check the shortstop. Walt Weiss is a 9, so it's going to be a 6-4 fielder's choice. Or we can call it 6-3, whatever you want to do. Anywho, nothing for the Giants in the top of the first. Ricky Henderson, greatest leadoff hitter of all time with a 0. No change on that 0. 26 is a 6. And you still look at the change, I'm pretty sure. Scott Garrelts is a 16, and a 6 is an M, and which I didn't check that. Let's see here. Scott Garrelts. Oh, I'm looking at Oakland. I need to look at San Francisco. That might help. He does not have a letter or next, it would be right there. You see some pictures have an L, H, M. That will change doubles to home runs or home runs to doubles. But that will be a double for Rico Henderson. Carney Lansford, 14. And that'll be a base on balls. First and second, nobody out. Canseco, 24. Runners on first and second. 24 is a double play. Runner to third. It's a 4-6-3. Canseco hits into the double play. Ricky to third. Here's Parker, and he's a 4, so that's going to make Gurriel a 20. 13 is a 14, and that will be a... He does have a Z. Runner on third. My bad, I went the wrong way. Third is a walk. First and third. 9 for Dave Henderson against a 19. 19 runners on first and third. Oh, 51's a 9. Why did I say 19? Oh, pitcher's a 19. Duh. And a 9 is a 32, and that's going to be a fly to right. You get down to about 17, you get the singles, but 19, no dice. Fly ball to right. So nothing going on for the A's. Here's Matt Williams, 23, 26. That's a 4-3 ground out. 42 for Ernie Riles, 22. 22, let's check the catcher. Steinbach, he's a 7. So that's going to be fielding 2 as a strikeout. So 2 away. Maldonado, 42, struck him out. Bottom of the second. Here's Big Mac, 61, 24. Ground out too short. Terry Steinbach struck him out. Phillips, 32, 26. He'll ground it out to second. Top of 3. Terry Kennedy's going to lead off with a walk. Brings up Juan Uribe. He may try to sacrifice here. He's going to bunt. 66 is a 0. Have to dig out the sack bunt here. Runner on first. Sack bunt. No change on a 0. And a 6 is going to be, it's going to be a good sack bunt. So kind of a waste of a 6 there, but you don't know what's going to happen. That's just the way it is. So Butler now up with Kennedy at second. And he's going to go down swinging on a heater by Smoke Stewart. And Robbie Thompson is a 4, so that's going to make Stewart a 19 and a 9. Runner on second. And that's probably going to be an out. I'm going to just keep it here for now. 29. So grounder to the mound. What that relates to, and that's the third out. Nothing for the Giants. Bottom of 3. Walter Weiss, 42, 23. Pitcher Let's check the pitcher, Garrelts. And he's a 2, so that will be out at first, 1-3. So ground out to the pitcher for Weiss. Back to the top of the order, Ricky Henderson. 23-26. A ground ball to second base. Robbie Thompson making the play. Carney Lansford with a 7. And he's a 3, so a 19. 19 and a 7 is going to be a single. So Lansford reaches with 2 outs. Brings up Canseco, 23 though, 32, a fly to right. So top of the 4th, Will Clark. Will the Thrill, 54. With a 12. That's going to be a ground out to first. Kevin Mitchell, 61-40. Foul ball. Fly to center. 2 away, Matt Williams. 45, he'll walk. 2-out walk. Ernie Riles, 31's a 9. He's a 5 though, that's going to make him a 20. And a 9, runner on first. Let's bring it into view here, 20. Come down to a 9, and lo and behold, we have a single, runner to second. So the inning continues. First and second, Maldonado, Candy Maldonado, will strike out. Second strikeout of the game for Maldonado. Bottom of the 4th. Dave Parker hits one to deep center, but it's caught. Brett Butler. Dave Henderson, 41-24. Grounder to short. 2 away, Big Mac. Draws a 2-out walk. Kind of a reoccurring theme here. Steinbach strikes out. It's his second strikeout of the game. We'll go to the 5th. No score. Terry Kennedy, 44's an 8. He's a 5, so a 20. 20 and an 8 is going to be a fly to left. All bases clear. Juan Uribe, 27. 27's ground out to third. Back to the top of the order, Brett Butler, 28. Grounder to short. Neither team able to get anything going here. Bottom of the 5th. Phillips, 55's an 8. He's a 0, so a 16, he stays. 16 and an 8 is a fly to center. One away, Walt Weiss from Tuxedo, New York, 45, he'll walk. Brings up Ricky. .26 struck him out. 2 outs. Walt Weiss at first. Lansford, 35's a 9, and he's a 3, so 19 and a 9. The runner on first. I'll bring it in, 19 and a 9. And that's a single. I think we just looked at that. First and second, little infield single, or just past the infield. So first and second, 2 outs, and Canseco another chance to drive in and run. 55's an 8. Canseco's a 0. 16. Gereltz is a 16. So runners on first and second. And an 8. On a 16. Single, no it's not, it's a 33. So we'll come down here to 33, it's a pop out to short. So he gets Canseco to pop out. Scotty Gereltz. And we still remain scoreless. Top of the 6th. Robbie Thompson, fly to left. Will Clark, 6 on a 16. 6 on a 16. Did I check Dave Stewart's numbers or letters? I don't think I did. Dave Stewart does not have a letter. It'd be right there where that dash is. He does not have a letter. So it is a double. So Will Clark leads off with a double. Kevin Mitchell, that is probably gone. Let's check it. Kevin Mitchell is a 1, so a 16. And that will be gone. It is just blank. Now some of them have letters. Like you'll see a G or an H. The pitcher had a G or an H, which we just looked. Dave Stewart does not have any letters. But a G or an H would turn that home run to a double, I believe. So it's going to be a home run for Kevin Mitchell. Let's take a timeout. So a home run for Kevin Mitchell. Makes it 2-0. San Francisco. And we have 1 out, bases clear for Matt Williams. 26, he'll strike out Matt Williams for 2 away. Here's Ernest Riles. 53 is a 20, and that's probably an error or a single. Second baseman is Phillips. He's a 7. So it will be a single. So Ernest Riles, 2 for 3. Single. Here in the 6th. With 2 away. Maldonado with a 0. Runner at first, 0. Maldonado's a 0, so 15. Still stays a 0, and we'll roll again. And we get a 6. And that'll be a double. 2 outs, a runner scores. And there are 2 outs. So Riles comes all the way around to score. It's 3-0 Giants. And 34. Be a pop-up to second. Pop out to second, but some damage is done here. 3 runs for the Giants. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Let me check on the fatigue factors here. We've got Gureltz is a Q3. So he goes down by 1 grade at the beginning of the 7th inning. And Stewart is a Q1, so he's doesn't go down till the 9th, but he may be coming out anyway. So here's Dave Parker, 26. He'll ground out to 2nd. Dave Henderson, 27. Grounder to 3rd. Mark McGuire, 13, draws a walk. Steinbach with a 15, that's an 8. He's a 0, 16, and 8. Runner on first. Under a 16. He's going to be a 33, so pop up to 3rd. So the shutout continues for Gureltz and the Giants. We go to the 7th. It's 3-0. Let's see. I'm not playing out the whole World Series, so Smoke Stewart pitched a complete game, by the way, in this one. I think we're going to let him start out anyway. Number 9 hole, Uribe with a 0. It's his second 0. And a 21 is a 6. And that'll be a double. So that seals the deal for Dave Smoke Stewart. It's going to be... Now the A's bullpen's pretty good. They'll go with Rick Honeycutt. Rick Honeycutt. Let's take a timeout. Alright, so Rick Honeycutt is on. He is a 16. Fatigue of Q3. So, which means, I guess, 3rd inning, he will have to come down a grade. 2 points at the beginning of his 3rd inning. So, man on second, Uribe. Brett Butler strikes out. Robbie Thompson, 27, with a runner on second. And he's a 4, so that's going to make Honeycutt a 20. Oh, it doesn't matter. What am I doing? 27 is not a no change on that. It's a ground out to 3rd. Wise a strikeout, though. So it is a strikeout. Honeycutt coming in doing a good job here. There's Will Clark. 13. It's going to be a walk. There's a runner on second, so no 2 balls on the batter here. First and second with 2 outs. Kevin Mitchell, 21, struck him out. So 3 strikeouts by Honeycutt after a leadoff double. Did give up a walk in there, but otherwise, outstanding job. Bottom of 7. And what did I say on Gureltz? He's a Q3, so at the beginning of the 7th inning, he goes down 1 point. We are in the beginning of the 7th inning, so he's a 15 now. Tony Phillips with a 36, ball 1, ball 2, 8, 8 on a 15. Should be to fly to right. So 1 away. I'm going to go ahead and mark that out. He's a 15 now. Weiss strikes out. Ricky Henderson draws a walk. And he's going to try to steal. He's a B stealer, 32. And you've got Gereltz moved to first, which I didn't check on. What is that? Take just a second. Here's a 0. 0 moved to first. And Kennedy's arm. Kennedy's arm, where is he? Kennedy's arm is a minus 1. So minus 1. It's going to make him a 30. What is he? 32, 31. So 23. He needed to get a 61 or less, and he did. He got a 23. Stolen base for Rick. And he's at second with 2 outs. Carney Lansford. 2 for 2 for Lansford. 56. 34 is going to be a pop-up to second base. So the A's come away empty. We'll go to the top of the 8th. Matty Williams, 53 is a 20. So single. That's going to be a single. Could be an error on the second baseman. I'm not sure if I'm doing that right. I think you may start on the left and go right. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So on a 20, you've got fielding 3, error on the second baseman, and then fielding 2 is blank, and then you got a single. So does this blank means the same as this or the same as this? I think it's the same as this, which would be an error on the second baseman, but I made it a single. If you're working this way, it's a single. If you're working this way, it's an error. Which I kind of feel like you should be working this way, because sometimes you'll have something here, and nothing here. I don't know. So, Williams on at first. Ernie Riles with an 8, and he is a 5. So that's a 21. 21 and an 8 is a 33. So pop up to third. One away, Maldonado, 66, 0. And he is 0, so 24 is a 6 against a 16. And no letters. No letter for Honeycutt, so it's a double. Runner scores. Or F scores. I don't know, Matt Williams, he's not an F, so he doesn't score. Second and third with 1 out, Terry Kennedy. 55's an 8. Kennedy's a +5, so I'll make him 21. And we have second and third. And 21 and an 8. Single runners score. S on second's out at home. It's Maldonado. He's not an S, so they'll both score on the single by Kennedy. Giants continue to pour it on here. 5-0. We have one out, runner at first. Uribe, 41-28. 28, the shortstop is Weiss. He's a 9, so it'll be a fielder's choice, 6-4. So Uribe at first and 2 outs. Brett Butler, 26-32. He'll fly to right. But it's 5-0. It's total role reversal here. A's won the real game 5-0. It's 5-0 Giants. Bottom of the 8th inning, Correlts. Does he go down again? One additional beginning of the 8th inning, so now he's a 14. So 14 for Correlts. And Canseco with a 66, that is gone. Double check here. He doesn't have any letters either. So home run for Canseco gets the A's on the board. Parker, 16-28. He'll ground out to short. Henderson, an 8. 14 and an 8. It's going to be a fly to left. Oh, Big Mac with a 56. 34, strikeout. Why is a strikeout? 5-1, 9th inning. Let's go with Eckersley. Timeout. All right, Dennis Eckersley on the pitch. He's a 21 rated pitcher. X and a Z, 41, 24, sorry, 28. I was just, it's usually what it is. 41's a 28 here. It's a grounder to short. Will Clark says, I don't care what you are, who you are. 66 is a 1, even versus a 21. He goes deep, gets that run back that Canseco got. Clark is 2 for 3, 2 walks, double home run, RBI, 2 runs scored. Got to feel good hitting one off Eckersley. 51's a 9, 21 and a 9. Is a 27, so it's going to be a ground out to third. Actually, it's going to be a strikeout. He has an X. So Matt Williams, 26, grounds out to second. Giants tack on one more, so they continue the 5-run lead, 6-1. Bottom of the 9th inning, Correlts. Will he continue? Q3, let's see. He's going to drop down to a 12. If I keep him in there, and I'm not going to keep going on that. I'm just going to block that out and make him a 12. Which he is. He'll try to complete the game out as a 12. Still pretty good. Steinbach, 32-26. Ground out to second. Tony Phillips, 53s and 18. That's here on the shortstop. Unless he's fielding one, it'll be a single. Which Uribe is. So instead of an error, it's a single. He's up wall whites, no sacrifice, no bunt, no blah blah blah, all that stealing. They're down too much. 26, runner on first. It's a 4-6 fielder's choice. Weiss at first now with Ricky Henderson. 26, and that's just what we looked at. Fielder's choice. That ends the ball game, so a ground ball to second for Ricky. They'll go to first with it, that's what I'm going to say. And that'll be the ball game. So instead of the A's winning 5-0 like they did in real life, they lose it 6-5. Tally up some hits here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 hits for the Giants. No errors for either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits for the A's. 2 by Lansford. Let's go over that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. I don't know why I gave them 5 runs, because I was saying what they scored in real life, it was 6-1. 5 hits. 6-1. Gereltz pitches a nice game. And of course, you know, you could play this game again and it could be 5-0 A's. It's the way baseball works. But I still enjoy these boards. I'm going to use them. Continue to use them. So I hope you guys did too. I thank you guys for joining me. Thanks to patrons. I always want to thank the patrons for supporting the channel. There'll be another giveaway going on 1st of June, June 5th. Try to get that done June 5th, another $25 giveaway. And don't forget the giveaway for the 2 Pine Tar games on my next Pine Tar video, which will be probably sometime later this week, towards the end of the week, Thursday, Friday maybe. Try to get that done. So until the next time, you guys have a great evening. Take care, and God bless.